Hello and welcome to another episode of the Little Advice Podcast, an advice-based show just for creatives. I'm your host, Christine Little, and today I've got a very special guest. She's not only a producer on this marvelous show, but she's also a comedian, a nail artist, a fashion mogul, a playwright, chest grabber, Dicey. Hello, Dicey.
Hi, Christine.
Thank you for being here with me.
Oh, I was already here.
You were already here.
Yeah.
She's been producing this with me. Her production company, BED Productions.
We have Brittany and Emmanuel. That's BED. It's BED Productions. So BED stands for Brittany, Emmanuel, and Dicey.
BED.
I'm last. I'm Dicey.
So happy to get in bed with you guys.
Thanks. We love having you in bed.
I love it. I love
talk is great.
We changed up the format. And you guys were instrumental in that.
Thank you.
So thank you. And I just had to get you as a guest on here because I would have had you as a guest either way.
Thanks.
Because I'm such a fan of your comedy. I know you from comedy mainly, but you also do nails. I forgot to mention the nails thing. Mm-hmm. So tell me about your first foray into the creative realm. Like when you got kind of...
I think I've always been creative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think making my science projects growing up, my mom would always be like, how did you make this out of... And then the morning of, one time I made something out of a Capri Sun box, and it was so dope. I made this...
What was it?
It was a book report that I had to do, but it was just dope. And I made it at 6 in the morning, 2 hours before class, and I got a really good grade on it. And it was,
Mm-hmm. And so you're like, I got to push into this. I'm going to lean into this more.
Also, I won... Well, for writing, I won this competition, I think in the 4th grade.
Wow.
A citywide competition. And I wrote a book about a monkey who was scared to climb a tree.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was called Herman. And so that's kind of how I knew, my writing stuff I was like, And my mom, she always pushed for the writing. Mm-hmm. Right after that, she was just like, nope, that's it. This is... so creative. Who writes about a monkey scared to climb a tree?
I love that.
So
I actually want to read that book. Sounds like a good self-help book, to be honest.
It does, right? It's kind of symbolic. But I didn't mean it to be like that. But now looking back on it, I wasn't proud of it.
Really? And you won?
And I won.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're doing a lot of different things. You've got the fashion stuff. You dressed me for a photo shoot. I can't wait to put those pictures out there.
I love dressing people.
You do?
Yes.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
So, this could be comedy, this could be nails, it just could be creative endeavors in general. What's some of the best advice that you've received?
Well, okay, so when I moved to LA, my mom bought me these 3 books, journals, and they all had quotes on the front. Mm-hmm. And she said that she took a long time to pick out the notebooks or whatever. And one said, go where there's no path and create your own. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's been something that's resonated with me, and especially me doing all kind of things in comedy. Well, not in comedy, but just in the creative world. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, because there's no one else really. Yeah. There's no format, template to do writing, fashion, nail, comedy, to do it all. So you are forging your own path. Yeah.
So that's my favorite. That's the best advice that I've gotten. Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst advice was not. Were you going to ask me that? Or
I was.
I'm so sorry. I was keeping them from having to do another card.
No. Hey, you're in guest mode.
I am in guest mode.
What is some of the worst advice you
to not move to LA? Yes. From Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. A lot of people tried to tell me not to move here. Actually.
What would they say?
They would just say stuff like, "Oh, it's just so hard," and you're already 24, because I was 24 then. Mm. And now looking back, I to be 24 again.
I know. That was last year for me, but
it was only 3 years ago for me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So how did you, that's a big deal, because moving out to LA is a huge step, and to not have people in your corner when you're making a big step is really hard. So how did you get past that? How did you not internalize that?
Well, I just bought a plane ticket and just came. I'm like, a lot of people told me, oh, you can't do it. They really straight up say that stuff. I thought that only existed in Tupac songs and stuff where people, disrespected kids and told them they wouldn't be shit. And but people really do. They were not happy for me.
Were these people that were close to you?
Some were. somewhere.
That actually brings me to another question I have for you. Like, how important is it, your social circle for you and what you're doing and your successes that you have in your life? And have you ever had to get out of a friendship or a relationship?
Definitely, I have. I think the company you keep is everything.
Tell me more about that.
I mean, just me working with Brittany and Emmanuel, for instance, like I found people that I vibe with and chill with and like can just enjoy life with, as well as doing, you know, creative endeavors and making money together. But before them, you know, just being around people just who are unmotivated and don't have the same things, you know, you get just caught up going to brunches with bitches and just like, you know, just doing stuff that just doesn't matter, just wasting money, wasting time. Yeah. And we just don't have a lot of time. But I've cut a lot of people off, though.
So how did you do, like, what was your process? Like, what did that look like? Because sometimes it's hard to, I mean, it can sound harsh, but I know everyone's heard this, like, you're the sum of the 5 people closest to you. Yeah. And when you look around and you got to take inventory, like, what does that process, what did that look like for you in cutting those people out?
Well, it just looked like me blocking them on Instagram.
No. Yes. Just out of nowhere?
You know what? Because I feel like if I don't want you in my virtual life, if I can't stand to see you on the screen anymore, like I damn sure don't want you in my personal life and in my space. You know, like
were these people you were close with, or just
yeah, people that I've been close with. But I give people so many chances. I'm one of those kind of people, and other people are like, oh my God, how many chances? My husband is always like, these bitches, how many chances are you gonna give them to, you know, mess over you? But after a while, I just won't talk to you anymore.
So when you're done, it takes a while, but when you're done, you're done.
Sometimes people don't even know until they try to, you know, contact me again, and then it's like, it don't say delivered.
Oh. Yeah, if it doesn't say delivered on your text messages, you're blocked. You're blocked. Yeah, I've had to block some people too, but usually just ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, you're so sweet. I mean,
please, y'all don't know me. Okay. Hey, Dicey, it's time for a new segment. You ready?
Okay.
Check yourself! Okay, so this segment, you already know what it is because you're the producer. But for people who are listening for the first time, this is where I ask you what you do to check yourself when you're having a tough time or something didn't go the way you wanted to. Like, how do you keep in a mellow state of mind?
Well, first, I roll a nice big blunt.
Okay.
That's normal.
You do that yourself? Okay.
Yeah. I've been rolling since the tender age of 14, so it's
that's a whole other podcast.
It is. I mean, my thumbs. Look how people think these are text thumbs. No, these are blunt rolling thumbs.
Wow.
My thumb. Look how strong. That's a muscle.
It looks like you could teach a class. Another one of her many talents.
Yeah. What was the question again? I'm sorry. I smoke a lot.
How do you check yourself?
Oh yeah.
You're talking about rolling ice.
Right. I smoke. And then I meditate. And I listen. I go on YouTube. And this is the other thing I do. I can't believe I'm even saying this.
Please.
I be having like YouTube psychics that tap into my energy.
Tell me about this. What does that look like?
It looks like the truth. And sometimes like it looks like what I should do, or it helps me
understand
energy.
YouTube,
yeah,
and
and it's 3 psychics. I've watched hundreds of them, but there's three particular tarot readers that really help me understand the energies around me. They don't tell you what to do. They just.
Well, how do they do that on YouTube if it's a pre-recorded video?
It's pre-recorded, but they tap into the Libra energy, and they tell you before that it's only for a couple people out there. You know? But let me tell you how specific one was.
Okay, all right.
Before we go on. I lost my aunt recently that I was taking care of. She was 88 years old. And one of the ones that always that resonates with me a lot, she said, someone out there just lost an 88-year-old female, and she just wants you to know that everything is okay and everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. She says she might be 87, but I really feel like she's 88. This is just a specific message for one person out there. I had to pull over. I was driving because I would be listening to
that really freaks me out. I'm like getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
So
some of that, I mean, that was really, really crazy to me.
There's someone out there. Her name's Dicey. She's driving right now. I think this is for you. She's wearing a gray sweater, one shoulder off. I think it's the right. No, it's definitely the left shoulder.
It's nicely oiled and
yeah, very nicely oiled skin. We're gonna throw to the sponsor here, one of our sponsors, which is, well, you know the deal, Integrititties. Oh, this would be perfect on you. That's what you've got going on. Integrititties.
Oh.
The thought behind Integrititties, which is my merch, is that guess what? Guys can still check you out. People can check you out, but guess what? You're a woman with integrity. Integrititties.
I love this, Christine. I think this is some of the smartest merchandise.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But you're pretty clever.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Clever girl.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks I'm British, which I think is a compliment.
Well, you have the wit of a Brit.
Have a wit of a Brit.
You know how you can't tell when they're offending you? It's kind of like...
the dry sense of humor.
Should I be offended, bitch? Like...
I love the dry delivery.
Yeah.
But these Integrititties, grab you one. $20. And how do you get one of those? Well, message me on my website. Yeah.
Or her new Instagram.
Or my new Instagram, at A Little Advice Podcast. And my actual Instagram is at the FT Little. So integrititties.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, littles. We're related now. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I have a word for the day for you. Abnormalities. Ugh. It's described as a behavioral attribute that reflects the deviation of mind from its normal state or typical behavior. Sounds like drugs to me, am I right? Tag me on Instagram. Tell me what's abnormal in your life at A Little Advice Podcast. Bye! Was that abnormal? I have a game I want to play with you about. You ready to play a game?
Yes. And I saw y'all over there getting the questions together without me whispering.
The game time. Yeah, I'm really excited. Do we have a gift for you? No, we do not.
Okay.
Wow. Give me that, please. Huh. This is our other producer who's so excited. Okay. All right. Get out of here. All right, hold on. Are you ready to play a game?
Yes.
Okay, I am so excited to play the Integrititties game with you.
Yes.
And we are going to see at the end of these 6 questions, we're going to tally up what your integrity score is, okay?
Okay.
You down?
I'm down.
Okay, so these are basically yes or no questions.
Okay, cool.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, you and a guy approach a door at the same time. Do you wait for him to open it?
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool. I love that answer, very honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm with you on that one. Number 2, you invite a guy out for a date at a nice restaurant. Do you pay?
No.
Okay. All right, I love that. Okay. Number 3, a club you love to frequent has a long line. Do you try to cut by flirting with the bouncer?
No, I usually just walk in the back door and pay one of the workers, like, who's busting the tables and stuff. It's always a back door.
Ooh.
So me and my sister, we've walked through so many kitchens and clubs.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we'll just give everybody $5 who act like they're about to say something. They're cool. Everybody wants
That was
$5.
an excellent life hack. I've never heard that before. I love that.
It's always a door.
So I'm going to say that's a no.
Yeah.
And then that reminds me of that book, The Third Door. I've not read it yet, but the premise of the book is like there's always there's the window, there's the main door, and then there's like the third, or the front door, the back door, and then there's the third door, which is like the window or something. And so that's a window move right there. Okay, so number 4, a guy you're super not interested in offers to sugar daddy you. You need money. Do you do it? He just pays for all your stuff.
For what in exchange?
You have to like hang out with him.
Just hang out?
Who knows? I mean, he's giving all this money.
Well,
Maybe
now that there's Uber, see, sugar daddying has changed. Because sugar daddies used to have to come pick you up. If you didn't have money, you damn sure didn't have gas money to drive yourself. So, you would always want them to come pick you up and then you would get stuck. But now with Uber's cheaper than gas. Most places that I would go around Hollywood would be like $3 or $4 to get to and from in an Uber. So if I felt like he was trying to get me to go back with him somewhere, I would never go to his house, first of all.
Okay.
I would just always Uber.
So yes.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna. If I need money,
this is gonna be hard to tell you. Okay.
am I failing?
No, there's no failing. It's just a score. Okay, so a guy is staring at your tickle bitties, your boobies, and he drops some money. Do you keep him distracted to go and get the money?
No.
No? That was Emmanuel's question.
No free looks.
No free looks. So you would keep him distracted while you got the money, or would you, like, what would you do? Would you take his money? So he's staring at your boobies,
and he drops his money.
He's dropped some money, and you notice it.
Does he notice?
No, he doesn't notice.
No, I'm just gonna let him walk off. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. If he's
so you're gonna let him keep staring.
I'm gonna let him keep staring, and then I'm gonna take his money.
So I would say that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so the last one, you are getting picked up by your Uber or a shuttle, and they are across the street. There is 2 to 3 lanes of traffic. Do you ask them to come over to this side of the street to pick you up?
Yeah. Definitely.
I think we're on the same page here. So let me tally this.
These are really good questions.
Well, thanks, and thank our producer Emmanuel for this one. Okay. So that's a yes. So there, and Oh wait,
you're a teacher.
No, what?
Because you're grading that just like a teacher.
My writing is so bad, and I don't. Okay, so that would be a okay, and
0.
Okay, so this is hard. I have to tally this up. Okay, so this one would be a 0, a 0, 0. A guy you're not super interested, so that's a 10. No, that's not a 10. No, that's 10. Can we edit this?
I feel like No, I need to know my score.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of which ones mean.
But what is she trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you your integrity score. So this one is a 10. The guy is 10, 0.
No integrity.
So 10. Yeah, you got 30 out of 60. And you know what? This is arbitrary. This is like based on...
Yeah, what's your point system based on?
You know what? This is a game we just made up. It's about, just...
So
all right.
I have no integrity. Okay, cool.
No, you have lots of integrity. You just have integrititties. You don't have integrititties. Which means you have integrity, is basic. This is could you just edit this whole segment out? This is terrible. You have to edit this out. I'm going to get rid of this. I have a gift for you.
No, not the tea that we brought for the guests this morning.
Yes. And since we don't have an affirmation card for you, I'm going to make one up.
Oh, there's one.
Oh. Wow.
It has my name on it and everything.
This is crazy.
I just didn't have a bag. I was going to waste the bag.
Okay.
But I do want this on my refrigerator.
Okay, read it aloud for everybody.
I am open to laughter every day.
Ooh. Where are you going to put that?
On my refrigerator.
You already said that.
Yeah.
Well, we can tell it's the end of the day on this day. Am I right? Well, Dicey, thank you so much. Since How to Go is one of our sponsors, I would love for you to throw this to you and tell us a little bit more about the How to Go bag and how you came up with this.
Okay, so this is actually Brittany Rutowski in my company called How to Go. She came up with the idea to do a hoe bag, but I already had a joke about what's in your hoe bag. So we met at a comedy show one night because she's a comic as well. And she was like, let's go to dinner. I want to talk to you about writing some stuff or whatever. We went to lunch, and very nice sushi lunch. And afterwards, she was like, I think I'm going to do this idea I have called It's a Hoe Bag. And I was like, what? Because what I didn't tell you right before this was that I have a show called What's in Your Hoe Bag that we were shooting that Sunday. We met for lunch on Wednesday, and we were shooting on Sunday. So it was so creepy that she was like looking at me like I was trying to steal her idea.
Yeah, but you had it.
And then so I had to show her the call sheet so she would believe that we were actually shooting.
Did you make the call sheet up right?
What's in your hoe bag? No, because it was happening.
I made the call sheet.
Brittany made the
call sheet.
Oh,
okay, so this was legit.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And
so tell us what's in this hoe bag.
Okay, so what's in this hoe bag is essentials to save you from the walk of shame. That's what we call it.
I love this.
Last night is nobody's business but your own. Let's keep it that way. flip-flops, plain black tee, black leggings, sunglasses, a velour jewelry pouch, a tote, makeup remover wipe, deodorant wipe, toothbrush and toothpaste, hair tie, headache relief, and lip balm.
I love it. How to go? Where can people get these?
Well, you could get these at hodago.co. And we
Try them.
created these in our office. We let, so the show that I was doing, What's in Your Hoe Bag, is actually the Uber, well, whatever, the car service, I won't say Uber, the car service for hoes, or for women going to their dude's house.
Right.
And we would find out what's in their hoe bag.
Okay.
And so we had different comics and other
I feel
regular
like my
bitches
hoe
too.
bag would be a lot bigger than that.
Most of the girls were. But
I
it's a
got
tote
hair
inside of here.
products.
You gotta remember.
Yes.
So there's another bag inside
I love
here.
that.
But you can get it at hodago.co, and it's going to be available. A major brand just bought a lot of these from us, so that they're going to be available there.
We'll keep you posted
And
on that.
Jill Christie, she's doing her what's her show called? Her one woman show called Comedy Hoe. And so we're her official sponsor. She just came and got a bunch of bags today.
I love it.
The official sponsor for her one woman show that's been selling out everywhere, and she's in a festival.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
Well, tell people where they can find you, find more about what you're doing, and if they're interested in working with you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if y'all want your podcast produced, we do that. You can contact us at Bed Productions LA, right? Is that our Gmail? bedproductionsla@gmail.com. I'm Dicey, and my handle is Dicey Approved. I'm really only on Instagram, so you can. Oh, and in July, I shot my first 15-minute comedy special.
Yes.
With Revolt TV, so it'll be out in July. I'm really excited about that. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dicey, for producing this podcast and being on the podcast, and for your Hoe to Go sponsorship.
Yes.
I am Christine Little, signing out for A Little Advice Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at A Little Advice Podcast. Please be sure to rate, subscribe, leave a little review. It means so much. And for our Patreon members, we do have a bonus segment for Dicey's creative process. We're going to talk about fashion and nails.
Yeah.
So tune in. Thank you guys so much for listening to
Get yours at hodago.co.